3.5 million years ago, long before fire was tamed and before words carried meaning, the African savanna was both home and threat. Life moved slowly, guided only by instinct, memory, and the silent lessons of survival. Here lived early hominins, small groups of upright walking beings balanced between ape and human, learning each day how not to disappear. The sun rose over endless golden grasses, revealing a land shaped by drought and danger. Acacia trees stood scattered like ancient guardians, their shadows offering brief relief from the heat. The air was dusty and dry, carrying the distant calls of birds and the unseen movement of predators. For hominins, every sound mattered. A small group stirred from the ground where they had slept huddled together for warmth and safety. There were no shelters, no walls, only trust in numbers and awareness. Their bodies were strong and compact, muscles shaped by constant movement. Heavy brow ridges shadowed alert eyes that scanned the horizon without rest. Hunger drove the day forward. Without fire or tools refined enough to hunt large prey, food came from patience and risk. Roots were pulled from dry soil, cracked open with stones. Bitter berries were tasted carefully, some nourishing, others deadly. Knowledge passed not through language, but through watching, copying, and remembering pain. The group moved cautiously toward a watering hole, the most dangerous place in the savanna. Life gathered there, and so did death. Tall grasses bent in the breeze, hiding threats with ease. Every step was measured, every pause intentional. At the water's edge, reflections shimmered under the pale sky. The hominins drank quickly, never relaxing. A ripple in the water, a sudden silence among birds, these signs could mean everything. Fear was constant, but it sharpened the senses. From the grass, a predator watched. Not with malice, but hunger. The savanna had no mercy, only balance. A sudden movement sent the group scrambling backward, hearts pounding, dust rising under their feet. Survival meant knowing when to flee. Later, the group found the remains of a fallen animal, left behind by stronger hunters. This was opportunity. Sharp stones were used to scrape marrow and flesh from bone. It was dangerous to linger, but the reward meant strength for another day. As the sun lowered, exhaustion took over. The heat faded, replaced by long shadows and uncertainty. Night belonged to others, lions, hyenas, unseen eyes glowing in darkness. The group climbed into a tree, clinging to branches, bodies pressed close. There was no fire to push the darkness back. Only the moon, pale and distant, watched as they waded through the night. Fear was shared. Comfort came from proximity, from breathing together. Morning returned with quiet relief. Another day survived. No victories were celebrated, because survival itself was the only success. Over generations, these moments, fear, hunger, cooperation, shaped the path toward humanity. This was life before stories, before history. A fragile existence carved into time by resilience. And against all odds, they endured.